Capricorn. Happy February. I hope you're doing well. Okay. All right, guys. The message is for you. I'm only going to hit this from one direction. Which is the positive, right? If there's anyone, doing the opposite here, I can't cap out on that. I'm going to cap out on the good things that are coming for you, right? What you're going to want to watch out for here is, I think that you are, I just keep hearing when I was throwing the cards, don't bite the hand that feeds you, but that's not you. I think that you are, I think you've had a lot, the things that we think, right, at some point as children, like we wanted to do this, but we couldn't do it for another reason. Things start to pan out for you now. And I think you really start to see, if you don't already see, I think you do, or you wouldn't have gotten this far, but it's about the limitations that we think are limitations when we do things with those, right? And we do, it's the difference between getting up in the morning, right? You know the day is going to impact you. You know you've got some craziness coming in your way, right? You can choose to either smile through it and just get through it, right? Because there's blessings in your life that you've got to deal with and you're grateful for. Or you can have the pouty face and you can just hate the world, right? For the things that didn't work out for you. You don't get past those. You become the older person that carries all the grudges and has it out for the world, right? The world just did them wrong and there's nothing that the world can do now to rectify it. It's the difference between choice and choice, the choices that you make for yourself, right? You can become, hard-hearted, and you really don't benefit in any way from that. Or you can just realize that, what I thought was holding me back long ago, I now see was a blessing because it's opening doors for me. It instilled patience in me. It showed me the real value of value. It taught you a lot of things. And I think you're now going to start to reap the rewards from that. Okay. I think things that haven't been open to you in the past, or that you've been working on, or you've hit resistance in some way, those doors open now. The opportunities reappear. Or you're getting a payoff from something that you started a long time ago, okay? So that's what I think is going on for most of you. I think your intelligence, like I say, you're just a very intelligent person, and that doesn't necessarily need to be, schooled or not schooled. It's just you're smart. You know how to, you're just smart, right? Like not to walk into a landmine that's standing right in front of you. Be that in, someone that's real beautiful and has a smile, but is going to take you down like a house. You've just got the wherewithal to not step into the traps of other people, right? But sometimes even when we think we've got it all, you know what I mean? Like we've really figured someone out. People really shock us sometimes, right? Like they really turn out to be not who we thought they were. I think you may have people like that in your surroundings. I don't think that they are, I think you may have some really self-serving, self-absorbed people in your surroundings that really aren't deserving of the graces that you're affording them, be that in whatever that is, in a room in your house, or a bump up in work, or there's just people that really you need to really start weaning out. And I think you started that already, because I see that in the cards too. But your messages are really about things, you've got long-term payout here coming to you. So if you're in a career, right, it's going to start paying it forward here, meaning you're really going to start to see doors open for you that hadn't opened in a long time, and you may have even forgotten about them, but things are going to start going in a much, much bigger, brighter way for you. Okay, so keep doing what you're doing. There's also, what was your other message? people around you, again, even wise people make unwise choices. And I don't think that's in your choice of how your integrity is based. I think it's in people trying to, like I say, you're wanting to help people that aren't deserving of your help. And I don't mean that to sound harsh, but at certain points, people still need to get some lessons before they really deserve a hand up. And I think you're giving a hand to people that are going to bite you in the end, right? It's kind of going to bite you in the ass, where just be conscious of that. Okay. Okay. So again, I don't know. It's common. It's just commonplace where people that are coming from a jealousy mindset for whatever reason, they either don't learn the lessons. You know what I mean? There's a difference between someone who's going to have a smile on their face, yet their life has been one consistent. They've had to witness a lot in their lives that were unfortunate, right? But we all know people that have gone through a lot of tragedy, but yet they still find the silver lining in everything. They're great beacons of light, right? And then there's other people that really aren't there, and they're going to come at the world like the world owes them something. It's a false sense of entitlement, and you've got some of those people around you. But I think you're figuring this out, and if you're not, be aware of it now. Okay, so there you go. Fated events, things that are changing. Again, destiny alignment for you. This isn't just, you've planned your life really well too, that again, you're going to start to see fruits in areas that really take off for you. Okay. But what this is also affording you is a life of peace. You know what I mean? Like you do your job, you've got peace at home, and no matter where you've come from, you've created a life for yourself, and you're creating a life for yourself that affords you security. And that's not just in financials, that's in the luxuries in life, right? That's a safe place to live. That's, you're healthy, you're happy, you're appreciative of that, you're grateful for that, you're smart, you've got people in your corner. All right. This is where I think you're going here. You've got whatever it takes to pull your life forward here. Okay. All right. Those are your messages. Again, I think sometimes too, we need to afford some good old-fashioned strength. And that sometimes is just by cutting people out, having the tough conversations, really just telling someone, what it really is here. And that could be a relationship that you're in. That could just be, I think you're going to need to just, you may be in the military, or you may be in government or politics, where you're going to have, you have to, some things are just, you've got to just lay it on the line here. Some people just don't cut it sometimes, but I think there's people in your sphere too that are just, you want to be not led astray. I don't think you will be, but I can feel the energy in here, and there's people in your sphere that are absolutely thinking they can, put the smile on and show you the pearly whites, and it's going to grant them access to something that they shouldn't have access to, whatever that is. Okay. If you're lending people money, make sure they really need it, and make sure it's going to what they're telling you it's going to. Okay. All right. There you go. Also, anti-hero. I don't know what that means, in all honesty. I don't know if that's anti-hero in, I don't know what anti-hero is, in what context I should say, but I keep hearing that, anti-hero. So, I don't know. Maybe that means something to someone. Okay. All right. Here's our cards. We come in with the energy of the Four of Coins. Okay. We've got our main focal is you've got a good balance in here. So you've got a good balance in here, but it's funny because it's segmented. It's like you come in with a lot of wands, then you go out with a lot of you've got some good coin cards in here, some solid tangibles that you'll actually feel. You'll touch them. And you've got some cups in here, some really great ones. You've also got a slew of really good arcana cards. So this is great. You've used the disadvantage of earlier life to really pull your life in a great spot. So if you've not heard it, you should really be proud of yourself, because this is, like I say, it's a choice. And I don't think that you've had an easy life, but I think that you've figured out how to get life where you want it to be. You've used disadvantages to empower yourself, and that's wonderful. A lot of times that's why we've got those things in our charts, right? They're not because the universe is trying to screw us over. It's because it's what we need. Sometimes we need those big planets because we need that backup to push us in the direction that we need to go. And when we use that and we see that and we don't hate the world and flip everybody off because, you know, we think the world should be catering to us, we really get advantage for that. And you're reaping that. Okay, so you come in with the 8 of Wands crossed by the 4 of Wands. Ooh, where am I? There we go. Okay. Now, in the past, recent past, 6 months, a year, you've got the 5 of Wands, which is already telling me that you're already on this. You're on what I've been mentioning, and you're weeding out, and you're not dealing with things that really aren't worth your time, your effort, your energy, your resources, and time is a resource, right? And I think you're well aware of that. Now, where you're anchored is the Ace of Swords. With that, I want to say, I think you're figuring out some new things about yourself, and I think that that's wonderful. I think that that's where the clarity is. I think it's in the people, of course, that are in your surroundings, but I think it's more clarity with things about yourself, right? Positive things. Okay. Now, in the destiny position, how you're hoping this will turn out, we've got the 8 of Coins and the Sun card. Your life is in balance. That 8 of Coins is, again, when I do the things that I like and I spend my time on them, and I update my skill sets when I have to, and I don't stay in crappy jobs when I don't have to, and when I just pull my life in a great direction, this is the combination. It's really just doing what needs to be done because you just know it needs to be done. And the Sun card is the payoff card. That's the yes card. That's the blessing card. That's the whatever you want it to be. It's a good health card. It's phenomenal. So if that's what you're wishing for, it's sitting here. Okay. Now, what's coming up for you within the next 6 months to a year? But it's sitting here now. So let's cap out on it now because it's here. Okay. But if you don't see these rewards coming now, if you think there's hiccups financially, I would say be diligent with your finances. I'd say not really. Don't go overboard. Keep an eye on what you're doing, at least for this year. I think this year is kind of critical. I wouldn't go buying a new house right now. I would just really keep things in your periphery. Keep an eye on where the big things are, right? You've got the Page of Coins and you've got the Star card. These are seeds that are now going to be paying off, right? Fame, fortune. You know who you are. Is there something bigger that you wanted to do that wasn't in where, you know, I think there's people in here that are starting out that have a long way to go in their careers. And I think there's people that are very much invested in their careers and they've aligned their life in a way that they're coming into a different part of that now. So for some of you, it's going to be more freedom, right? For some of you, it's going to be you're jumping up in your career. It's going to be things like that, right? But it's coming up for you. So again, the money coming in, it may start out little increments that just pick up out of, I mean, they just like pick up. The Star card is a huge card. It's a destiny card. It's a soulmate card. This with the Sun card could mean if you, you know, were looking to get married again, or looking for a new relationship, or something like that, or to take that to a different level. These are wonderful cards for that. For that too. Now, how you see yourself, your health, I think you're in a really great spot here on many levels. How you see yourself, like how you see yourself, you really see the value in who you are, right? And I think that's wonderful. I never really get to say that too often, but it's really, this is a great reading here. You've got the Ten of Cups and the Hierophant card. Again, Ten of Cups is no matter what's going on, happiness is here for you. You know, right now when I'm reading this, it's here for you. So you're emotionally happy. You're happy in the relationships that you're in. You're just happy in your life, right? And the Hierophant is about tested and true, slow and steady, doing the things that you need to do, having your integrity in the right spot. It's a great marriage card. It's a good, you know, it's a card of, in here for you, I think. Your life isn't elaborate, but it's full. You know what I mean? Like you know what the luxuries in life are, right? Whatever that is to you. And that doesn't, when I say luxuries, it could be, you know, your thing is great foods, or, you know, nice furniture, or whatever that is to you. You're in that spot, right? The Ten of Cups is, I'm emotionally fulfilled. I'm in relationships that are fulfilling. I've got family, friends that are fulfilling, and that is by choice, or it's by DNA, whatever that is to you. But whatever it is, you're in a good spot. That's all that really matters, right? And the Hierophant is, with that, is, you know, it could be like the relationship of a lifetime. And like I say, I think that your life is turning in a faded way, like it's payout time for your life, right? All right. Now, in your reputation, your public image, your philosophy, how other people see you, you've got the King of Swords, the Tower card, and the Moon card. Again, it's superficial crap is done. You're not doing it anymore. The Moon card, again, I feel for some of you, you've got a Rico Suave, and that's whatever sex that is. It's not male, female, but you've got someone in here that is just not in the same place that you're in, or it's for a different set of people. But it's someone playing games. It's one night stands. It's you know, what do you guys say, the ghosting thing, whenever someone just takes off or whatever. It's someone very self-absorbed that's not, I know it can't possibly be in this for the majority of you, but for some of you, and it may even be the person that you're coming up against. You know what I mean? Like, this person may be coming into your life. So be prepared for that, it's a charmer, someone that'll sweep you off your feet for sure, and you'll have a really great time in that moment, but it's not someone they're not where you're at. So be cognizant of that, okay? But this is leadership. It's organized. It's following the rules, your rules. It's knowing how to do things to get your life where it needs to be, and avoiding the things that makes it not what you don't want it to be. I think that that's great. The Tower card, again, is just, it's not, you're not going to have it. The Tower card is an ego card. It's things it's all the masks are off. It's you really just see things, people, places, your life for what it is. And the moon card, sometimes that's a romance card, right? It's like, this is what I'm really looking for. This, the one night stand kind of stuff, not. And that's just an example. It could be anything, right? Like even diet. I'm not going to eat the crap anymore. I'm going to go little by little by little and get my health where I need it to be, right? It could be that too. The King of Wands the King of Swords is very much just, it could be military. It could be someone, again, government, law enforcement. It's someone that, a diplomat, a foreign national. It could be a person from another country. But I don't think the Tower card is a negative in here. I think it's that you see things how they really are. And the Moon card too, like I say, it's romance. It's really seeing things, being in touch with your intuition. It's not necessarily always a negative. I don't think it is in here because I don't think much is going to get past you. I think you've got some, you know, loosey-gooseys in your environment for sure, but I don't think they're going to get past you. Or I hope that they don't, right? I hope this gives you a heads up about that. All right. Now, your hopes and fears, the things that you know, really want for yourself. You've got the Fool card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Coins. Again, you're not, I think your once upon a time, happily ever after, all starts within this year. I really do. And that's in whatever facet of your life, if not all of the facets of your life. I think your life really just comes together in a tidy little package. I think it really does. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. This isn't life being handed to you. You've worked for this, a lifetime for this. I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, 90. A lot of work went into cultivating this, okay? All right, the Fool card with the Wheel of Fortune, that is, again, you can handle whatever comes up with you now. And the Five of Coins is not, it's not, again, I think it's a card of just discernment, right? I don't think it's your, I don't think that you're, again, I don't think it's a monetary issue. I don't think it's a monetary negative. I think it's an awareness. Sometimes where we think we missed opportunities, we're really shown with this combination that it wasn't a missed opportunity, because now it's for the bigger, what the real opportunity really is, right? This is a destined, fated turn of events that comes out of nowhere. You don't see it coming, right? It's a reminder too, with this Page of Coins in here too, and the Star card, we always need to be ever moving forward. Don't ever think, oh, I've arrived. Because as soon as you think you arrived, someone comes along with the next best thing and reminds you that life is forever changing, right? So we always need to be moving forward. The Wheel of Fortune comes to sometimes when we've been complacent in our life. I don't think this is for the majority of you, but for some of you, if your life has been complacent, take what you've got and move it forward in any way that is to you, right? Fives just show us too, if you're thinking, I've missed opportunities, I've missed this, some things that, you know, were opportunities before might not be now, but what do you want to do now, right? That Five of Coins can really mean turn it now. Now is the time for you. The universe will help you. When that wheel shows up, things are turning in your favor. Use this energy for February, okay? Now you're outbound. You've got, and I think that you are, okay? This is where our cups come in. You've got the Hanging Man, okay? You've got the Eight of Cups, and you've got the Five of Cups, Another 5. 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Whatever it is that you want to do, that Hanging Man card is, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to look at this different. When you get to this point with this energy that I'm feeling in this reading, it's you're not stuck in your ways, right? People don't always need to agree with you, and you don't need to agree with other people, but there's no judgment, there's no right or wrong, there's no you're entitled to your opinion, and that's fine. You're not stuck in the mindset where I think there still are people in your sphere there that are just like, this is how I think, this is how it's going to go, this is how it's always going, I'm not going to change my mind. They're stuck, and when they're stuck, they're not growing. You're not. So, I think that that's wonderful. The Hanging Man is just, it is a change in perspective, but it's knowing too that things need to change. It's knowing when to hold them, when to fold them, right? You've got the 5 of Cups there, which is just, it's emotional fulfillment. It's people coming into your life. It's not a negative card. You've got the 8 of Cups, which is, again, I know who I am. I know what I want, and I'm going to go after it. It doesn't mean that this is a perfect example of when I'm always talking about relationships. They need to be one soul helping another soul grow. When we're in codependent relationships, we're afraid, oh my gosh, what if my partner learns something new? Then they're going to be attracted to someone else, and I can't. This isn't what this is. I think you've got people, though, in your sphere here, but I don't think it's on a romantic level. I think these are people that you're kind to, you're nice to, you're trying to help along the way. They're not on the same playing field where you are, so you really need to be discerning here. Don't let someone talk a good game to you. Watch how someone's walking, not talking, because I think they're talking, kind of out their butt, but they're not, they don't have they're trying to, je ne sais quoi this more than it is. And I don't think they've walked the walk of what they're trying to. You're going to see through this, so I'm really not worried about it. So I'm not going to cap out on that. Anything you put your mind to, you can do it. I don't even think you're going to have to apply yourself much to it. I think you're so spot on with your intuition right now, and universal guidance is right here. All you really need to say is, I want to learn this, and oddly, like the books show up in your mail, or you're in that place. You've worked really hard for this. Please don't discount this reading as being, someone's got this handed to them. This is a lot of work here. This is a lifetime of work, right? So there you go. Okay. I hope that I helped you some way. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. Again, I think doors that have been closed for a very long time are swinging wide open. And again, watch the people where I came in with the don't bite the hand that feeds you. I think it's you. I think it's your hand that's about to be bitten. So be careful. Okay. So there you go. I hope that I helped you some way. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'm going to do love readings. I'm pacing myself. I'm getting these out there. So they'll be up very, very soon. Okay. Thank you so much.